Thank you for watching Inside the Artist's Mind. We hope you enjoyed the show. Welcome to Inside the Artist's Mind with your hosts, Jay Harmon and Sally Barnard. Jay and Sally have always wondered what the inspiration is that drives others to create and express their art. Inside the Artist's Mind, we'll dive into the mind of the artist and teach us more than we ever knew. Enjoy the show.
Hi and welcome to Inside the Artist's Mind, where we try to understand what creative people do and how they do it and how they express it. And my name is Jay Harmon, and
I'm Sally Barnard.
And we're so glad that you're with us today. And I like the set. This is very comfortable. And our guest today is Lori, and Lori is from Sunshine Home Care Services, and you do in-home health care?
Thank you for having me today. I'm so happy to be here. Because she's a special lady.
Well, all of our guests are special, but you're extra special.
No, they are, and we all have special guests, but she's extra special.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, I appreciate that. That means the world to me.
Show the audience and tell them exactly what you do.
Sure, just let us know a little bit about how you got into this, what you're doing, and everything.
I love it. Thank you for having me again. So this journey, in-home healthcare. I mean, if you asked me 10 years ago or 15 years ago what I want to do when I grow up, this would be something that I would love to do. This passion around seniors, and not only grew at a very young age. I cared for, I think, everybody around me. I've been always someone that I've been looking after my neighbor, looking after my parents. My mother passed away of cancer. My mother-in-law had Parkinson's. My grandfather had dementia. And I always been, the one that I had all the resources and everything from emotional connection and that emotional intelligence to step in and look after one of my dearest. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I worked on the cruise ships for 14 years, and then I've been in education for 9 years. And I felt like my soul was craving for the next step, next journey in my life.
On the cruise ship, what was actually what you were doing?
I worked in hospitality, so actually I was on the restaurant part, but always training, always educating, with people, and love people, and the love and care for people always had brought this. And I hope this will be the final chapter, and I will be doing this for the rest of my life.
Following your passion, as I always say. Yes, I feel that.
And we were talking before the show, unless you're an empath, and I get emotional every time I see our commercials and any videos about what we do. I really get emotional because being there for seniors and helping people, it's something, it makes a drastic. It's just unbelievable transformation.
It's just very rewarding what you're doing
it's very
for yourself.
Very rewarding.
And for the person that you're with.
Sometimes, people don't want to accept the fact that they need the help.
Right.
And a month later they call me, it's like, oh my God, I am so happy I made a choice to get someone to help us. Mm-hmm. Because transformation matters, and you have a quality of life, and we want to make sure that you are in the place you love, and you're in a comfort of your own home.
And you start thinking about that as you're getting older too. So I'm sure you see it before people make that transition, maybe to go to independent living or something.
It is so interesting that even that, talking about getting help and that transition to get to independent living or assisted living or memory care, but I never ever had any help from anyone.
Right.
I'm on all hands on the deck. Like I'm always doing it all. And I had someone. I have a group of girls that they are actually doing the cleaning part of the company. And a couple of weeks ago, they did my apartment as well. And I was just talking to my husband. This is unbelievable. It's like how much life I'm putting into cleaning my apartment and doing, because I'm a cleaning. I'm a sucker for cleaning. Like everything has to be perfect.
Right.
And how many hours a week I spend into cleaning, and I'm thinking, why have I never thought about it? And this is just an opening, a conversation. why don't we think about, when it comes to the quality of life, to care, when it comes to needing help and accepting the fact that we need help.
Right.
Doesn't matter what age. Sometimes just start a
it can be
conversation.
absolutely any age.
We also launching a new program, which I hope is going to be enrolled as soon as possible, about prevention of dementia and Alzheimer's, which is huge. There are some statistics out there that they look quite scary, and we really want to make sure that we progress together. We are there, but we can also troubleshoot and get better at it, because once it's there, it's there.
So this is
Okay.
kind of to prevent the onset of
dementia and
dementia.
Okay, so there is a way to prevent
There
dementia
is
and
a way. There are
Alzheimer's.
many,
Yeah,
many
yes,
ways,
yeah,
and
yeah.
Living a healthy lifestyle is number one. Thinking of pausing and stimulating your mind and stimulating your life a little bit more, and never slowing down. Exercising, nutrition is so important.
So it's something not when you're suddenly much older and it may be the onset. This is to
And
prevent
yes,
it, which
ma'am.
is very needed for people
It's
to
so
know
needed.
what to do. Yeah.
And there are lots of doctors that they're looking into a lot of things, and investing very solid in this researches. And it is doable. It is, because it's scary. Once
Yeah.
it gets there, it's scary, but doesn't have to be scary. Because even if you think you live in your own mind, you know, we are there to
Yeah.
support it. And
Yeah.
Do you think
yeah.
there's a larger percentage now of people with Alzheimer's and dementia?
Absolutely, it's saddening.
Yeah.
Because it is a very, very
It seems to
large
be with a lot. I mean,
population,
even autism, and it seems to it
autism and
kind of
and
got a lot.
lots of
Unless people didn't recognize what it was many years ago, I don't know. Maybe they're more familiar with the signs of the onset.
It
You
is
hear
also that the word have shifted so tremendously a couple of years ago, and we all, you know, slowed down.
Yeah.
Like we haven't stimulated our mind. Everything is given now, you know, like we don't stimulate our mind the way we used to. We just Google things and everything, it's out there. We don't play puzzles anymore.
There's no
We don't
interacting
read.
so
We don't
much, right?
interact as much as before. You go on a date, you do different. Now you search for your better half. I don't know. It's just, it's been, you know, a couple of years of really lack of participation in how to get to be better and how to become a better version of, you know, who you want to be, how you want to age. And this is hitting hard, and the cases
Yeah.
are
It's getting worse and worse, actually.
So you would say that the internet has really affected social stimulation.
Social stimulation and brain stimulation and interactions, lots of anxiety, social anxiety, lots of, you know, you rather be on your phone than be out there. Again, Florida is the best place when it comes to socializing. People do, but other areas of the country, other states, not necessarily. Happy hours are not a thing. Adult daycares are not so popular as here. So here, people are living a different life, which we appreciate very, very much. But other states are not as popular, and other countries, other
The
continents.
sad thing is, too, children today, they don't know any different. At least if you're older, you have experienced a different way of living. But children today are growing up with the phones, with the internet, and not doing that interacting.
I'm very positive when it comes to where we are right now. I think we are fantastic. We're going to be so much better. I remember when Google showed up out of nowhere.
Just got to go through this.
And be accepting the fact that, you know, we have to be open to educate ourselves,
Right.
get tested, and as well open the conversation. Call us and let's have a conversation. How can we support? How can we be there? Not only to assist, how to prevent, how to interact, and how to stimulate, and how to exercise, and where to go and what to do. And this is where all our connections are always in place in order to support everyone that is willing to call us up.
So you're enjoying this much more than when you were on the cruise ships, right?
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
I know.
I gotta say, I loved it from the bottom of my
And
heart.
I'm sorry you had to take care of so many people, but you know what? I think this is definitely your calling. So
That's my
what
calling.
happened I mean, not now, but when you were younger, so many people you were taking care of,
And-
but this is what you were here to do.
I
I
love
can
this so much.
feel how, this kind of relates to the arts too, because you're doing something you're passionate about, and you're doing something that makes people feel good. And, it's a kind of thing that, any type of art would really do, and I think that's where you're at.
There are days, they're so hectic, I don't have a moment to reflect. I usually, on the end of the day, I love to reflect on what went wrong, what went right, how can I get better at what, opportunity for improvement. And the most rewarding thing is just to see someone's face, like the transformation and seeing, what, I made the right decision. I made the right decision to have someone in to help me and to assist me with the daily livings, which are called ADLs. All of the assistance, like bathing. I had a client that had trouble bathing, and we just needed half an hour a day. We were there for half an hour a day. We got it done, and we avoided so many other complications, And if you need half an hour a day, we can make it happen. If you need 3 hours a day, we can make it happen. Obviously, we
Okay,
work out.
so it's not like a minimum or maximum amount that...
Depends from case to case.
And I was going to say, yeah, because you're not sure when you first arrive how long that person is
Exactly.
going to need, right?
Exactly.
Right.
And then we match it up with cases around, and we have someone that does actually only bathing in Boca, and we're servicing
Yeah.
from.
Now,
So
do you only go to private homes, or do you go to any facilities, or...
We work with facilities. We work with independent living, assisted livings. We work in the client's home mostly, and anywhere we are needed. In hospitals, we had a couple of clients that had surgeries, plastic surgery. It's big, as you know. You have to have someone with you after and before. There is a certain level of anxiety before the surgery, and if you have
Right.
someone with
Yeah,
you,
that,
just to calm the person down.
I'm very familiar with caregiving. I mean, I've been there numerous times, and I really appreciate what you all do, because you're there. They're the only thing that they have to to really lean on to get what they need.
it's the backbone. It's
And I see it,
unbelievable.
especially over the last few years. It's caregiving is very difficult, and people are so focused, and rightly so, on the person that needs the help, but they kind of forget, and I see that now, that the person taking care of them also needs help.
It is.
So to have someone
this
coming
is
in-
where the interesting part of my job and what I love to do is matching them properly.
Right.
You have to. First one will never work out, or maybe yes, but it's always a journey to find the caregiver that suits your personality. Everything matters. Religion matters. Sometimes even though we don't speak politics, we don't speak religion, but it matters. Because if you're not clicking in any way or form, you're not going to get
Right.
along. And the energies have to blend, and you have to. I always look out, for the best. And we are open-hearted. My team is open-hearted.
Yeah.
We discuss. We have a group chat, and we
So-
always.
I was going to ask, so if you're going to go to the
Okay.
person, I'm sorry,
No.
the care you're giving caregiving to, you really need to talk with them to find out who they're going to be
Who they're
matched
gonna be
with. I
matched with.
see that now.
Yeah,
I thought
so,
about that, right? Yeah.
Some
Right.
caregivers are not into cooking. They
Yes,
are
but
prepping
if the
something, putting together
Right.
eggs,
Right.
bacon in the morning, but they're
Yeah.
not into
Well, it's a
gourmet
partnership
chicken.
at that
It's-
point, right?
Exactly.
So,
Okay.
yes,
So
of course.
hold that thought. We're going to take a commercial, and we will be right back. And stay tuned.
A true story, Call Me Zena, is the telling of Sally Barnard. Born in London, England at the end of the Second World War, she came into the U.S. in 1979. A mother of 2 and a grandmother of 4, she settled in Florida and worked in real estate. While going through a difficult time in her life, she was admitted into a hospital overnight in December of 2005. While settling back into her life, she began having vivid dreams and documenting them. By the third dream, a lady gave her a message to draw.
With no artistic background or interest into art or history, Sally listened to her dreams and grabbed a paper and crayons. Today, she has over 150 pieces of inspiring art and poetry. This book follows her journey and interpretations of these messages. She describes in detail how she is able to astral a project and who she has met along her travels, including her spirit guides. This book will show you how anything is possible with an open mind. These events have changed Sally's life and direction, and this book will show you how to change yours. Purchase Call Me Zena on Amazon today, authorhouse.com and amazon.com.
Meet Jay Harmon, one of the many artists held in the Brooklyn Cafe Gallery. Jay specializes in various different art styles, but his medium to work with is colored pencils. His unique style comes from being self-taught and years of practice. Jay pulls his inspiration from many outlets like people, television, celebrities, and many more. With multiple original pieces, Jay's art graces the gallery with over 40 plus works for viewing and for purchase. His many years of being an artist has given him a chance to partner with the Derwent brand, giving him the opportunity to try many different work styles and further his craft. Feel free to come down and visit the studio to view his work, or if you're interested in your own Jay Harmon original, he's open to commissions on his website, coloredpencilartist.com, or catch his show, The Colored Pencil Artist, on Amp Media Productions on YouTube and Facebook. See you soon.
Receive the very best in home care. At Sunshine Home Care Services, our mission is simple yet profound: to support and enhance the lives of our clients. We genuinely enhance the quality of life and offer a comprehensive suite of 26 services tailored to meet every need. We go beyond the basics with health monitoring, emotional support, pet care, and home safety checks. Sunshine Home Care Services is more than just a service. It's a partnership in care. We invite you to experience the difference a compassionate team can make. For a personal consultation, call us today at 561-821-5811.
Welcome back to Inside the Artist's Mind with Jay Harmon and Sally Barnard. To be a part of the conversation, call 888-994-4995, Studio A. Now back to the show.
Hi, and welcome back to Inside the Artist's Mind. And we are talking today to Lori, and she's telling us about in-home health care, correct? And what she does there. And do you directly work with the people, or are you more of an administrator?
I'm a hands-on.
Hands-on, okay.
I love this question
Uh-huh.
because most of the companies that I actually speak to and I work with in the industry, which is lots of us, they have case managers, care managers, they have someone that does the intake, they have RN, they have it all. For me, it's me and my two right hands, which are my marketing and business developers.
Yeah.
I'm doing it all.
Okay.
I'm a hands-on business owner, and I'll do the intake. So when I get a call, everything comes to me directly.
Okay, so you get right down and do the dirty work yourself.
All of it.
I have
Yeah.
a question about that. When you meet the person that you're going to be caregiving, when you meet them, do you have some idea right away when you see who you may be sending to them? Can you get some feeling about that? You do?
Absolutely.
Yes, I thought
My brain starts right away
Right,
planning. The way it works, we get a call, and then I go and I analyze the situation. I see what's going on, what conditions we are living in, and what's happening. Then I have my nurse do the medical intake. That everything that needs to to be aware of the health part, and then is the scheduling.
Then you can-
we do
yeah.
a plan, a care plan, and I create that on my own.
Okay, and then you were saying before about matching people up with people of their interests. If you have someone, for instance, who is very devout religious, then you would have to find someone who is, who is like that to
you cannot
to
have
work
someone
with them,
in
correct?
someone's home that doesn't believe in
So
God,
your
because that
questioning
will-
would be about a little of everything,
So,
really.
A little bit
yeah,
of everything.
and also like if someone is a pet lover, or you have certain individual things, you'd have to have somebody who
Absolutely.
understands all that.
And again,
right?
we don't want to go in having that said that we discriminate. No, we love to make them happy. We love to have the caregiver happy as well. Because if you are someone that doesn't like to cook, or
Yeah, I
you
was just
don't
gonna
like
say,
pets,
yeah,
you have
yeah.
allergy.
'Cause I
like
was
if
going
you're
to
a case
mention that, yeah.
You don't. There are caregivers, they do not.
So
wanna
you
be
have to
around
find that
pets.
out, because they may be
So-
perfect,
Okay, well,
but
then
if a
they
dog
wouldn't
is
be
there,
with the people who,
Exactly.
Right,
Or
right.
they wouldn't be happy, because
Right.
sometimes you take a job, but you're not really sure that is, but you need the money.
Yeah.
And then this is where you're not going to make the money because you're not going to be happy. And when
Yeah.
you're not happy, you're not
So,
going to last in a job.
But I know you guys try to stay fairly neutral as far as religion and politics and everything like that goes, but sometimes it's kind of hard to avoid, isn't it?
It's not hard to avoid. It's who I am as a person. I'm
You're
an
gonna
open-hearted
sense it, and
person,
you're
and I'm
gonna
going to
feel it,
sense
yeah.
it, and
Yeah.
we're going to discuss. I'm an open book,
Yeah,
and
because
that's what
some
I
people just
expend-
like to get into politics and just start,
We don't talk
discussing it.
politics.
So I was going to say,
we
but
avoid it.
yeah.
But again,
if you get some,
I respect your opinion, and we
Right.
live in the
Okay.
world where opinions are, and we are always, ready to get educated and learn more. And I might as well find something out that I never knew,
So-
because I'm not into politics.
can
So I
they
love
talk
to
with
hear.
you? Say that the caregiver may not like something about the person that you've got helping them.
Yes.
So do they come to you, or vice versa? Because sometimes it may not be a mutual thing. One person
Absolutely.
might like it, the other one may not. So they talk to you about that
Right
too.
away.
Right.
We talk both parties.
Right.
The caregivers and as well the clients. We have a follow-up almost daily in the first 3-4 weeks until
Right,
we
so
find
that's how you-
until we learn how to work with each other. And I call them daily and see how the day went, and what do we need to change, what do we need to improve, what do we need to add. Sometimes we need to add doctors, sometimes we need to add better, for instance, medications.
Right.
They're not really
Right.
following up the way I would like them to. That we add more nurse visits. So I have my RN visiting them every week, and ensure that
Okay,
everything
how about
gets
physical
done.
therapy?
We don't do physical
Okay.
therapy. But we can
You
recommend.
can
But you
recommend.
Absolutely. We have under our wing everybody. If you need your bathroom to be redesigned and be
Oh, really?
user friendly, we have our friends come in and get it done. We have landscaping people that
So it's
help
taking
us
a big weight off the person that needs the caregiving, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. You never realize that. Even just talking to you now, I'm learning so much more, because you get to think, all the things that are involved with this. There's a lot of
It's so much, but can be
Right.
so easy.
Yeah, yeah.
It
is,
sounds
yeah.
so difficult whenever you make the right decision, right? Until
But
you make the right decision.
Once you've done that, then it's it's easy
Everything
sailing,
just
right?
blends
Yeah,
in, and
I see
everything is
that.
like, oh,
yeah.
wow,
But it's
okay.
getting to
Yeah.
that point that it involves so much that you
Exactly.
guys
Now,
are doing.
Exactly.
are there, for people who are on a very tight budget, is it possible to still get help if they can't afford everything to?
So this is
all the amenities?
another question where we have our people that they are actually specialized in finding out what options do we have to pay for in-home care as well for everything else. If I don't work with Medicare, I don't take Medicare. However, there are other things that they are needing, and it's covered by Medicare, and we look for options. We make the
Okay.
calls and we find out, and we switch plans, and we do what we
So
have to do.
Medicare does cover a little of in-house?
Yes. It depends if it's recommended by the doctor
Right.
and how many, and
Right.
But it is available if it all
it
works
is
out.
100%
Okay, that's
available.
good to know.
And
that people
there are
know that.
always options.
Another question that I have: if a patient has their particular doctor, do you contact that doctor and get together and understand everything from their viewpoint?
So there is a care plan from the doctor and one from me, and I'm not in touch with the doctor necessarily, but if I need to,
Okay.
I will be.
Okay.
But there is a care plan that is given to the client at home, and unless it's a very complicated case and they don't have relatives and no one to
Yeah.
make decisions for them, that's where I step in and I help out with everything.
Okay.
But again, depends on every case is so different.
It's amazing the
And
amount
every
of work
single
that's involved with this. It's,
Yes.
Yeah.
They can't
But
do
when
this
it-
on their own.
No.
I see
Yeah, no
that.
two patients are the same, I'm sure.
Everybody's so
Everybody,
the care plan is so special. I would say special because we all have like and it's so customized according to everything and all their needs. And
So do you get recommendations, like, because some people may not even, that need it, that aren't even aware where to turn to? So how do they find out about your services?
so it's word to mouth a lot.
Right.
I get lots of referrals from friends, neighbors, and so on. But we have a website, and I'm everywhere. I'm in networking meetings. I'm facilities. I visit doctor offices. We do lunch and learns. We do lots of promotional things. But they can find my website. I'm on every social media site, LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook. They can visit my website as well. Inquire, call me, and my phone number is 561-821-5811. And it's available everywhere on the website and on social media.
Because there may be people listening now and that weren't even aware of this, that badly need something like this. So.
Just give me a call and let's chat. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, it's it's really important. If you feel you need care, you can just call and just talk about it and see what care you need, and if you're able to meet their needs, right?
Absolutely.
And I'm sure most things are able to
The
be dealt
most
with.
important thing for me in my business is everybody and anyone to feel comfortable talking to me, to feel comfortable and to be, to know that he will be looked after or she will be looked after. There is no, for me, way around it.
That's the most
Right,
important thing.
right.
The most important thing for me is that,
Mm-hmm.
when I pick up a call from anyone and I have a conversation with a potential client, I want to make sure that I'm there. 100% support to whatever the care plan will be and the outcome
And
of
I
it.
can see where doctors here can easily get involved with this, because if they have a patient comes into their office, they know that they need somebody. The person may not realize that, but I'm sure that a doctor, they also recommend your services, I'm sure.
Yes,
Because
we
they're
get calls
in
from
contact with
doctors,
the patient. right?
nurses,
Yeah, I can see that.
office managers. No, we have a client that needs this,
Yeah.
and then
So you probably have quite a large, staff or
Team.
people you can contact to work with the patients, right?
Yes, we have a large team of CNAs, HHAs. They're called HHAs, CNAs.
Right,
The
right.
caregivers, they have to be certified, all of them. They cannot work, and we do a very thorough background check. We check also the driving history and absolutely everything that comes, in order to ensure that they are not only certified, they are also qualified. Most of them, they have been working in this industry they have to, either you like it, either you don't, and if you don't, you
Right,
can't.
and I'm sure that personality has a lot to do with it too, right?
Absolutely.
That you.
But you can probably sense that with the person that you feel that they may be. Absolutely. Yeah,
So we
yeah,
have quite
yeah.
a large team of caregivers, and we keep them on our rosters, and we on and off whatever we. Sometimes they have a permanent case.
I was
Sometimes
just
they
gonna
have
say
many
that.
cases.
Oh, so
they can be
sometimes they
with
just
some-
have one case, and that's what their
That is-
full-time
They're
thing
with
is.
that
5-7
person
days a week we're
continually. I was going to say
servicing.
they really can't go to somebody else. So
Yes.
then you know that they're
have
doing
live-in.
their job and they're there.
You have
and-
live-ins?
We have live-ins as
Yeah,
well.
that
We
was
have a couple of cases that they are live-ins where the
Okay.
caregiver. So what does it mean? Live-in means that she works 8 to 10 hours a day, and then she lives in the house. So
Yeah.
she's available 24/7 for the
Yeah.
clients.
Now,
Yeah,
if needs be, do you ever need to contact or be in contact with hospice
yes.
for the for the
for the recovery.
patients?
Yes.
Yeah.
We are there we work with hospices as well.
So hospice comes to the house.
Comes to the house. Yes.
Right,
yes,
right,
yes.
and as I know very well that hospice is a wonderful organization, and I'm sure making a connection between your organization and them would kind of really
in and-
make it more comfortable.
Very, very, very much so. And it's such an important step to be
Yeah.
prepared and to be
So,
given that to be discussed. It's so
Yeah.
important because we all going to
Okay.
get there. But being comfortable with,
Yep.
okay, what is next step? How do we do this? And when we do the care plan, we talk about it all. And we
That's
lay it
great.
out. And when
Uh-huh.
and
So-
if anything, we are
So,
ready to react.
So it's it's all about well, it's like other things, but it's all about love. I think,
It
and
is,
care,
absolutely.
and that's what it comes down to. And so, anyway, thank you, Lori, for being with us today and telling us a little bit about what you do. And everybody there, I hope if you need this kind of advice and this kind of help, that you would contact Lori, and she would be able to discuss it with you and talk to you about your needs. Okay, so until
you,
next
Laura.
time, thank you very much for watching Inside the Artist's Mind, and we will see you next time.
Thank you so much for
Bye.
having me.
Bye.
Thank you for watching Inside the Artist's Mind. We hope you enjoyed the show. Tune in next week as we explore more about the artist's passions and inspirations.